you what is your capability. That tells you how good you are in producing outputs meeting customer requirement. The moment you achieve a Six Sigma level, the failures or the defects are limited to 3.4. 3.4 defects per million opportunity is your milestone once your Sigma level becomes 6, right? So Sigma level is nothing but a metric that tells you your capability, your success rate, once you know your Sigma level. Once your Sigma level is 6, your success rate is close to 100%. Failure rate is limited to 3.4 DPMO. Six Sigma is considered a methodology. Whether it is a problem with your existing product or is it a problem associated with a new product, Six Sigma has a methodology. And Six Sigma is a way of management. What is way of management? You can make everybody participate in the improvement project, right? For that, you will be training them to become yellow belt, training them to become green belt, training them to become black belt. So having a belt level, having a belt is an indication of your ability to contribute to the organization's growth. Having a belt level in your profile is an indication that you are committed to contribute to the organization's growth. No belt level, you are not even a white belt, I am very sure you are not going to improve any result. Maybe you are doing what your company doing currently, but what is required? You must contribute to the improvement of the result. Then only you will also grow. If you do the same process, you will get the same result. Then your salary level will be same. Your company's growth will also be the same level. So that is not contributing to the organization's growth. So Six Sigma is a way of management. It will make everyone in the organization effective, whether you are working in quality department, or you are working in production department, or you are working in assembly, or you are working in HR, or you are working in accounts and admin. All of you can contribute to the organization's growth. Everyone's role is important. Everyone's result is impacting the organization result. So Six Sigma is a way of management, and Six Sigma is a philosophy. You and me can use Six Sigma wherever we want. I may be working in manufacturing company. You may be working in some service related organization. One of you may be working in process related organization. One of you may be working in a bank. For all of us can comfortably learn and then implement Six Sigma in our organization. It is a philosophy. It's a metric. It assures a result like 3.4 DPMO. It is a methodology. It gives DMAC and DMADV. It is a way of management. We discriminate people only based on their ability to contribute to the organization's growth, nothing else, right? That is called the belt level. It's a philosophy. It is applied across any organization, right? So Six Sigma gives a methodology called DMAC, DMAIC. What are you supposed to do in define? In define phase, you have to make the problem measurable. If you make the problem measurable, define is done. If you can't measure the problem, if you can't make it measurable, then progressing, is difficult. Like somebody said, sir, it is very subjective. If it is very subjective, if you can't quantify, then, you can't solve it. So basically the idea of define is make the problem measurable. Then only you get answer for the question. What is exactly the problem? Then in the measure phase, make your data analyzable. Make your data analyzable. When can you use the data for analysis? Only when your data is free from error. So how to collect the data without measurement error? Once your data is without error, use the data to measure the baseline performance. What is baseline performance? Where do you stand as on date? Whether if it is a rejection, sir, rejection is 12%. Is it correct? First of all, when you say 12%, when I come and collect, I will understand your rejection is 18%. Then who is correct? Whether you are correct or I am correct. So we should collect the data, learn to collect the data, first of all, without error. Once our data is without error, now I will calculate the baseline performance. What is my baseline performance? Rejection of 18%. And And this is what you need to do in the measure phase. And once you complete the measure, you will analyze. When you analyze, your goal is to identify the root cause. Not only identify the root cause, validate the root cause. What is validation? Proving the root cause. See, if you can't prove the root cause, your organization will not allow you to make the changes in the process. Hope all of you agree with me, isn't it? Making changes in the organization's process is not that easy. So identification is not enough. Validation is important. What is validation? Proving, creating evidence. So creating evidence for your finding is a statistical procedure. We call it hypothesis testing. But you will be learning the hypothesis testing only in the green belt training program. And that is why we say yellow belts can only assist the project team, because creating, validating the root cause requires a statistical procedure that will be, about 4 to 6 hours module you need to learn, and that will happen only in the green belt training program. But the goal of analyze space is identification and validation of critical factor. Imagine a crime has happened on the road. You have found the criminal and now you caught him. You are producing him in the court. Do you think the judge will believe your statement? You have found the criminal doing the crime, everything, you have found. And now you are handing over in the police station, handing over in the court. Still, the judge will ask for the evidence. Am I right? Then only he will be punished. Same way, you have done fishbone analysis. You come close to the root cause, but still what is missing? You have to prove. You have to validate. Like coffee powder is the critical factor you told. When I ask you to prove, how will you prove? You will keep on changing the coffee powder and you will test, you will study the strongness of the coffee. If the strongness of the coffee also changes, when you change the amount of coffee powder, the factor is critical. This procedure is called hypothesis testing. This procedure is called hypothesis testing. We will take you through hypothesis testing in the green belt, and afterwards you must do some regression analysis. When you do regression analysis, the equation between X and Y can be written. If the equation is written, solution will automatically evolve, and solution will evolve in the next phase, that is called improve. The goal of the improve phase is to offer a solution to the problem. To offer a solution to the problem. When you offer a solution to the problem, your organization must accept it. Your organization accept means your boss should accept. So how will you gain the consensus from people around you? Those tools and techniques will be dealt in the improve phase, and solution is evolved, group consensus is arrived, and solution is implemented. That is the improve. Problem is solved. And now what are you supposed to do? Once the problem is solved, you must see to that same problem doesn't come again. See, if somebody gets discharged from the hospital, can you see doctor giving lot of advice to the patient? Why is the doctor is giving lot of advice? Because the doctor doesn't want the patient to come again to the hospital. Am I right? I don't know whether doctors are really working in that fashion, but they give the tips. Same way, when you after you solve the problem, you are supposed to give some tips to the process owners. So that will ensure the same problem doesn't come again. The set of the tips you are giving is called control plan. Set of the tips, what you are giving to the process owner is called control plan. Nothing but the X factor, the critical X factor you identified. Can you monitor the critical X factor hereafter? Why are you monitoring? Because that factor only created the problem. So you are now keeping an eye. How will you keep an eye? You will plot a control chart. You will plot a control chart. At any moment, if a point goes outside the control limit, you know that is going to pull down your Y. So you will never allow the X factor to go beyond the control limit. If the X variable doesn't go beyond the control limit, your Y variable will automatically at the decide level. That is called control phase. So all the set of activities the team is supposed to do in the control phase is called, control plan. So you will create a document control plan, and then project will be handed over to the process owner. You as an expert, you will start the next project. So this is how a typical DMAC project will go on. And generally,